It'll let me, there we go. All right, our learning target today is to practice spelling red words. Those are the words that do not follow the rules. They are very naughty. And the reason we want to practice these is so when we read, we recognize these words and we can write them or spell them correctly. Our success criteria, we're going to do a lot of things with these words today. We're going to write them on red word paper or regular paper if you don't have any more red word paper. We'll use the screen underneath with a red crayon. We'll be tapping out the word like we do. We'll also trace crayon bumps. We'll place the screen on top and trace. We'll write the word without the screen, and then we'll come up with a sentence, an original sentence. Noah, did you have a question, bud?
I have
I'm make sure you have it on your red. And our word today is many. Many. Looks like this. I have many friends. Now remember, this is not a proper noun, so we want to make sure that we write the letters lowercase. There are no capitals. So I'm going to start at the dotted line, and I'm going to write the M, the A. Make sure you're muted. We can hear you. And then make sure your Y digs for worms. You're going to come all the way down. Yeah. That word is many. Now, Isabella and Cole, your word is bought. Bought. I bought cookies for dessert. Yummy. Bought. So you have a B that goes all the way up, right? Make sure the B goes in the right direction. O. You have a U, a G, digs for worms, H, and a T. You have 3 letters that go all the way to the top. Make sure you use those lines when you're writing. I bought cookies for dessert. Why do you think bought is a red word, Cole?
You can't hear the GH.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It has a GH in there for real no reason. So that is your red word. So let's go ahead and tap out our words. If you are left-handed, use your left hand. If you're right-handed, use your right hand. There we go. I'm going to do many. If you're bought, do bought. M-A-N-Y, many. M-A-N-Y, many. M-A-N-Y, many. Now, if you're left-handed, you just go with your left hand, start at your right wrist and go up to your shoulder and do it this opposite direction. If you're bought, B-O-U-G-H-T, bought. B-O-U-G-H-T, bought. B-O-U-G-H-T, bought. Okay. Now let's go ahead and trace. With the screen underneath, you're going to trace your letters as you say them. Here we go. M-A-N-Y, many. M-A-N-Y, M-A-N-Y, many. Why not do me a word? What is weird about the spelling in that word?
Because the A sounds like an E.
Yeah, like it's like should be spelled like the word men, right? M-E-N with a Y, many, but it's not. It's like many. I have many friends, but it's many. So this is a red word. That's why we are practicing it. Okay, now take that screen, put the screen on top of your word, whether it's bought or many, and do it again 3 times. M-A-N-Y, many. M-A-N-Y, many. M-A-N-Y, many. Or if it's bought, B-O-U-G-H-T. I bought cookies for dessert. All right, now you are going to write your word 1 time first at the top for me to see. Use your lines, M-A-N-Y. Hold up for me, and I'll give you a thumbs up. The okay, you'll write it 2 more times and write an original sentence. So same. All right, good job, Cole. You got it, Noah? Look, Lila, go ahead, 2 more times. Lois said, good, Y way down, Max. Make it dig for worms. See how the Y goes down? Have it dig for worms. Okay, thank you, Marin. You're good to go. Jensen, I see you. You may write it 2 more times. Thank you, Jensen. Logan, I didn't see yours yet. Did I? I don't think so. Okay, make that Y. Can you fix your Y? It should look like this one and make it dig for worms. Josh, yours looks like it's backwards, like you started with the Y. You wrote it backwards, honey. It should be M-A-N-Y. Looks good, Leo. Nixon, need to see yours. Haley Booker, can I see yours? When you get it done. All right. Josh, see if you can use the lines a little bit to help you. Haley, is everything okay? Haley Booker, I see the back of your head. Can I see your paper? Nixon, can I see your paper, bud?
1 second.
Okay, write it 2 more times. Nixon, use the lines on your paper. You don't have to do it the opposite direction. Paxton, still need to see yours. Madison looks good. Robert, you're set 2 more times, please. Think about your handwriting, right? You don't want to do sloppy handwriting for this. August, still need to see yours? Thank you, Ellie. 2 more times, my dear. Good job, Gavin. Lucas, 2 more times. Lucas, can you make that Y dig for worms? It's not a capital, it's a lowercase. Should dig for worms. Elena, make your M lowercase like mine is. It's not a proper noun, right? So you want it to be lowercase. Isabella, can I see your nice Logan? Good job. That's beautiful. Well done. All right. So you should have written it 2 more times, whether it's bought or many. And then I said I have, much better, Elena, thank you. I have many friends was my sentence. You're going to come up with your own sentence. Please use pencil for this in case you need to make a correction. I'm going to use marker so you can see it. I have many friends. Now I'm going to put a period at the end of my sentence, make sure I have a capital at the beginning. Then I'm going to check my cups. Remember, the C in the word cups stands for capitalization. I need to capitalize the beginning of my sentence and the word I, because when I stands alone as a word, it needs to be capitalized. And I did that. So I'm going to check off the C in cups. U is for understanding. Does it make sense? I need a subject and a predicate. I is my subject. What about me? I have many friends is my predicate. That makes sense. It's a complete thought. So I'm going to check off the U. And then P is punctuation, and I have a period at the end because I'm telling you something. It's a statement. So I'm going to check that off. And then I'm going to double check my spelling of that red word, which is many. And I want you to take your red crayon and underline your red word. So mine is many. And once you've checked to make sure you spelled many correctly, you can check off your S. You're going to do the same thing for the word bought if you are using that word. All right, I'd love to hear some of your sentences. Logan Peters, what did you come up with?
I found out a sentence with both red words.
Awesome. You want to tell us?
I bought many things.
Many students?
I bought many things.
I bought many things. I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. I bought many things. Excellent. You have a period at the end and a capital I? Good job, Ben. How about you?
I have many pies.
Very nice. All right. How about Isabella?
3 puppies.
Oh, that sounds really exhausting. Right, Ravani? Thank you, Gavin. Make sure you write your sentence.
I have too many Legos.
Yeah, we have that problem at my house too. Very creative
Yeah, I have
sentence.
like 5 full boxes of Legos.
Ah, nice job, Gavin. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. Our next word is often. I think this word gets pronounced often, but actually there is a T there. You would say often. I go to the park often. So this is a red word. Why, Lucas? Often. What do you notice about the spelling of that word often?
Well, if I think well, I don't know.
If you do something often, you do it quite a bit, right? What sound is the vowel making when I say often, in?
Off, like often.
What letter would you use to
E.
spell?
E.
N, often, in would be an I. If you don't pronounce the T and you just say often, it would have a silent T, right? Some people pronounce it, some people don't. So that's kind of a weird one. So we're going to write this with our screen underneath. O, it's a lowercase because it's not a proper noun. F goes all the way to the skyline. T goes all the way to the skyline. E is at the dotted line, and so is N. And now if you did the word bought, your word is caught. It rhymes with bought. Has the same ending sound, but it's spelled differently. I caught the ball during the game. C-A-U-G-H-T, caught. Isabella, why do you think that's a red word?
Because the A and U sound like ought.
Ah, almost like an O, right? Ah. And you don't even hear the G and the H, do you? Just like Cole said with the other word. Okay, let's go ahead. We're going to tap out our words. Everybody stand up. Make sure you're standing. Don't skip this part. It's important. Left hand, use your left hand. Right hand, use your right hand. Often. O-F-T-E-N. Often. O-F-T-E-N. Often. O-F-T-E-N. Often. Left-handed, you go from your right wrist up to your right shoulder. If you're doing caught, C-A-U-G-H-T, caught. C-A-U-G-H-T, caught. C-A-U-G-H-T, caught. And again, often would look like this, left-handers. O-F-T-E-N, often. All right. Woo, get our blood flowing. Now we're going to go ahead, trace it with our finger, keep that screen underneath. O, F, be sure to say it while you trace. T, E, N, often. O, F, T, E, N, often. O, F, T, E, N, often. Now let's try it with the screen on top. You're going to do the same thing with caught. So yours would be C-A-U-G-H-T, caught. C-A-U-G-H-T, caught, and so forth. All right, the rest of us, often. O-F-T-E-N, often. O-F-T-E-N, often. O-F-T-E-N, often. I want you to now flip your paper over without the screen, but get that red crayon. Mine keeps disappearing. I'm sure you're having, some of you might be having that problem as well. And write it one time on your first line. Hold it up for me to see. When I give you the thumbs up, would be okay. You can write it 2 more times. Same thing with caught. C-A-U-G-H-T. All right, Cole, you're good to go. You can write it 2 more times. Haley, you can, let's see. Okay, good job. 2 more times. Lila, looking good. 2 more times. Good job, Lila. Okay, Elena, you're gonna have to get your spiral or something to write in if you should need to write it 2 more times. Noah, you got it. Good job, Devin. Logan, looking good. Lyric, is everything okay? We didn't see you in EL and you haven't been on your computer. Josh, I need to see you. Henrik, I need to see you. If your cameras are not on, you miss recess, so put your camera on. That starts next week, so Tuesday you won't be going outside for recess. Lyric, I need to see you, honey, or you will not be getting your recess next week. Please show your face. All right, everybody's looking awesome. All right, go ahead and write it 2 more times. Lyric, where are you? All right, Lyric, what happened? Where have you been?
I lost track of time.
Okay, you were marked absent, just so you know. So you lost track of time when Lyric, look at me. Lyric, we were on Zoom this morning and you knew you had 15 minutes to get on. You have a lot of absences. You will not be going out for recess. You took a lot of recess. You'll be doing schoolwork during recess when you come back. If you're not in math, you're going to get marked absent again. So please show up. I'm very disappointed. Get out your red word folder. We're doing the word often. Okay. I'll be calling your mom, Lyric. I know she's sleeping, but I'll call her this evening. All right, kiddos, go ahead and come up with your own sentence. I'm going to share my screen. The one I chose was, I often go to the park. I'm going to capitalize that I because it's the beginning of my sentence. It's also a word, right? It stands alone. It's a pronoun. I often go to the park. Don't forget your period or exclamation mark or whatever it might be. So then you want to check your cups. Looking at the beginning of my sentence, I want to have a capital. I do, so I can check the C. Understanding, do I have a subject and predicate? I is my subject. I do what? Often go to the park, so I can check you for understanding. P is punctuation. Look at the end of your sentence. Do you have a period, a question mark, or exclamation mark? Yes. And then spelling, check that word. Our word is often. I'm underlining often because that is the word we're working on today. No, I need you to have whole body listening, bud. O-F-T-E-N. If you're doing the word caught, you're going to do the same thing, but with the different sentence. And mine might be I caught the ball. And maybe I want to use expression. I caught the ball. And you might say during the game, you could add on, but you get the idea. All right. Lyric, what is your sentence for often?
I often go to the mall.
Excellent. Noah Giefer.
I often play baseball and football.
Nice. Henrik, how about you, my dear?
I often play video games.
Very good. And last but not least, Cole.
I caught balls often in baseball.
Oh, so you use both words. Good for you. All right, last but not least, the next word is there. Be careful because this is a homophone. There are many theirs. There is a homophone because the word that can have different spellings and different meanings. And the word there, you can spell two other ways. This spelling, T, make sure you get your screen, H-E-I-R, is showing ownership. Their backpacks are hanging on the hooks. Their house is getting painted this summer. It shows that something belongs to you or that group of people there. It's more than one. This is a tricky word because you have an E and an I. Do we hear that I at all? What do you think, Josh? Do we hear the I in that word there?
No.
No, it's silent. And it's also a red word because we have the words there, T-H-E-R-E, like I live over there. And we also have they're going to the store, which is spelled T-H-E-Y apostrophe R-E for they are. It's a contraction. They are going to the store. So I would spell that there. And I can show you that. Here, I'll spell those for you. So you have there, like I live over there, and they're going to the store. They are. And now we're looking at this there. There's three theirs. Their backpacks are hanging on the hooks. Their house is painted green. Okay, so that's the word we're focusing on now. If you are in the other group, if you are Cole or Isabella, your word is against. Against. And this is a red word as well because it is not spelled the way it sounds. A-G-A-I-N-S-T. Isabella, why do you think this is a red word? Might have lost her. Does the E sound work with AI?
Oh, no. But it sounds like an E.
It does, you're right. Looks like you'd say against. All right, let's tap it out. Everybody stand. Let's get that blood flowing. There. T-H-E-I-R. There. T-H-E-I-R. There. Make sure you say it as you tap. Stand up. T-H-E-I-R. There. Left-handed, you're going the opposite way with your left hand. T-H-E-I-R. There. Against. A-G-A-I-N-S-T, against. A-G-A-I-N-S-T, against. A-G-A-I-N-S-T, against. All righty. Now let's trace it with our fingers. Say the letters as you trace. Here we go. T-H-E-I-R, there. T-H-E-I-R, there. T-H-E-I-R, there. Now, put your screen above. You're doing the same thing if you're doing against. A-G-A-I-N-S-T. You're going to do it 3 times. But we're doing there, the rest of us. T-H-E-I-R, there. T-H-E-I-R, there. T-H-E-I-R, there. Now we're going to flip it over without the screen. Get that red crayon that keeps wanting to disappear. Write it one time for me. T-H-E-I-R, there. If you're doing against. A, G digs for worms. Don't forget, I-N-S-T. Nice job, Cole. You can work on your sentence once you've written it 3 times. Isabella, you got it. Nicely done. Thank you, Jensen. 2 more times. Josh, make sure you use those lines. Keep that R small. Go ahead and write it 2 more times. Looks good, Leo. Awesome, Madison. 1 more time for you. Nixon, looking great. Write it 3 times and start your sentence. Looks good, Max. Fox. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Ryder. You're good to go. Ellie, can you pull it back a little? There you go. You need to use that top line, use those lines with your E, but the rest looks great. Write it 2 more times. Work on your sentence. Ryder, can I see yours real quick? Good job, Elena, Haley, Calendar, Lucas, Lila, Lyric, Noah. Gavin, you're good. Logan, Peters looks good. Can tell you're working on your handwriting, Logan. That looks really pretty. Not that you care if it's pretty, but readable, clear. Okay. I'm going to model the sentence writing. Everybody can work on their sentence. If you haven't already, make sure you wrote the word there 2 more times. T-H-E-I-R, or the word against 2 more times. A-G-A-I-N-S-T. All right. Their house is painted green. I'm going to put a period at the end. Check your cups. This is your last chance to write a complete sentence with correct capitals, punctuation, and spelling. I see that I have a capital at the beginning of my sentence. I don't have any other proper nouns, so I can check it off. My subject is their house. What about their house? Is painted green. So I have a subject and a predicate, so I can check that off. It's a complete sentence. And my punctuation is a period. Check off punctuation and spelling. I'm going to get my red crayon, underline the word there, and make sure I spelled it correctly. I did. The rest of the words are spelled to my best ability. And there it is. All right. Ben, go ahead and read your sentence.
I used both of the words this time.
All right, good for you.
So this is my sentence. There are sharks that are going to fight against us.
Okay, so I think you used a different there. It has to show ownership, like their house, their shoes, their desks are dirty, their car is crashed, is rusted out. So that's a hard one. You use there are, like there are, T-H-E-R-E, and another word, A-R-E. This one's going to be a little tricky. Who else wants to give it a whirl? Go ahead, Logan Peters.
I said their shoes are pretty.
Nice. So it'd be more than one person's shoes. Lyric?
My sentence was, their house is over there.
Their house is over there, so you used another there. Henrik, how about you, bud? Henrik, can I hear your sentence, please? You're muted. Can't hear you, bud.
There's the person.
So that's the other there. That's like over there. T-H-E-R-E. There is the person. It has to show ownership, something you have. Like, use the word there and then think of a noun. Their lunch boxes are stinky. Their backyard is a mess after the hurricane. Josh, what do you think?
They're all very tall.
No, all is not something you own. They are all very tall. Gavin has to show ownership.
Their hoodie is cool.
Miss Aubin, can I go?
Their house is cool. Their house that shows
Hoodie. Their hoodie is cool.
that works. Okay, I'm not sure who asked if they could go. I'm trying to look. I'll stop sharing so I can see you guys better. Madison, you want to share? And then we'll get to Ellie. Now I see you guys. Good.
I said, their socks are funky.
Yeah,
Their socks. Yes, it shows ownership. Nice. Ellie Combs.
Nope, not that one. Where did it go?
Their car is blue.
Very nice. That shows
Their
ownership.
car is messy.
Henrik, did you want to share again? Was that you who asked? I couldn't tell.
It was Jensen.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Jensen.
Their house is blue, red, and orange because it's on fire.
No, that's scary. This is why this is one of our red words, because it's so confusing with the other theirs. We'll do all three theirs, and we'll try to keep talking about this in the classroom too. Okay, Luther.
They're so mean to me.
So that's another they are. They are so mean to me. Because you're not owning anything. You don't have something. You have to say, maybe you could say, their friends are so mean to me. Because then it would be owning the friends. Do you know what I mean? Not that you own friends, but you get what I'm saying. All right, Paxton Chase, that's a funny face. I can't hear you, sweetie. I'm not sure why. Check your volume at the top right-hand corner of your screen.
Their house is on fire.
Oh, yeah, their house is on fire. That works. Miss Lila Morris.
Their house is cool, said my friend.
Very nice job. Okay, Robert.
Their bank account is low.
Oh, that's a good one. I can relate. After Christmas, everybody's bank account is low, probably. Their bank account. What does What do these people own? Their bank account. Good job. Josh Carter, do you want to try again?
They're very tall.
What do they own?
Those people who
Could you say something like their building is very tall?
Their car is big.
Okay, it has to show something that they own, possess. Marin.
I want to borrow one of their horses.
Yay, so they own the horses. Nice. Kaylee Calendar. And then we'll do Elena and we're gonna be good.
I know their pony is brown and often feed the pony.
Oh, I had trouble hearing that. Would you read it one more time?
I know their pony is brown and often feed the pony.
I like how you used another red word in that sentence. And yes, the pony is what they own. Good job. Elena, last but not least.
Their dog is pretty.
What do they own? The dog. Very good. Okay, guys, nice job with red words today. We are going to work on our fluency. We're hoping to actually record and perform. So what I will do, you need to know your part. I'm going to keep us all in one room, and I'm going to put up your screen, and I'm going to record it, and then you will get to watch it later. I'll put it on our assignment. So I'm recording now, so it should just continue to record.
I don't know my parts without looking at the script thingy.
Well, I'm going to pull it up for you. Don't worry. I wouldn't expect you to do that. So just a reminder, think about what good readers do. And I'm going to pull that up for you. I thought I was. Here it is. Good readers read with expression, right? I'm pulling this out. I'll share my screen so you can see it. They correct themselves when they make a mistake or what they read didn't make sense. They read at an appropriate speed or pace, not too fast, not too slow. Read like you talk. Notice your punctuation, and that will help you with your expression and your tone. So make sure if it's a sad part of your story, your tone goes down. If it's an exciting part, your voice goes up, you lift it. Your face is going to be part of this too. So we want to see facial expressions that show your emotions. And you can make sure you are at the appropriate volume. Remember, we're on Zoom and we're recording, so you want to be loud enough for us to hear. All right, so I'm going to exit out of this. And I will pull up, not that. Today is December.
That's for Friday.
Right. Oh, gotta let Lucas back in. Today is Wednesday. All right, let's start with how animals got their beautiful colors. Where did you go? Here they are. All right, so I have Cole is the giraffe, Ryder's the grandfather, Abby's the girl, Logan Peters is narrator 2, Leo's the leopard, Jensen is the zebra, Lila Mars is the tortoise and the hyena, Gavin is the boy, and Madison is narrator 1. So if you are not in that group, make sure you're muted because we want to be able to hear the story. All right, and this is titled How Animals Got Their Beautiful Coats. Ready? You may begin.
Yeah, but Abby's not here.
Oh, she came. Did she leave? Okay, I'll be Abby.
A long time ago, in a small village in southern Africa, there lived an old man.
The old man had 2 grandchildren, a girl and a boy.
Night after night, the boy and girl refused to go to sleep until their grandfather told them a story. They wouldn't sit by the fire long after everyone else had gone to bed, waiting to hear some tale of adventure of some legend of their tribe.
Children, all the people in the village are asleep. Why do you stay awake night after night?
Grandfather, you know we cannot sleep until you tell us a story.
Grandfather, you are the best storyteller in the village. The fire's warm and we are tired, but we must hear a story.
Children, I have told you all the stories I know. I have told you the tricky hyena, and I have told you the royal lion. I have shared with you stories of how the world came to be and stories of our ancestors. I know no other tales. Now go to bed.
You will not go to bed until we hear a story.
Old man sighed because he knew his grandchildren were obstinate. Although it frustrated him sometimes, he was glad to know that they had minds of their own.
The old man stoked the fire and settled back on his mat.
Children, have you ever wondered how animals got such beautiful coats?
What do you mean? They have the coats that they have. There's nothing to wonder about.
But they didn't always have the coats that they do now. Back in the beginning, before humans walked the plains, all the animals have coats of dull brown.
You mean the tall giraffe was brown? And a leopard?
Really? Grandfather, you can do better than that.
It's true. All the animals were the same ugly color of mud. Zebra, giraffe, leopard, and tortoise were all the same dreary brown. Hyena was brown too, but Hyena was also mean. He liked to pick on other animals, and he usually picked on animals that were smaller than he was.
Hyena sounds like a bully.
Indeed he was, child, indeed he was.
How difficult it is to make my way along this jungle path. The leaves are so deep in some places that I can barely push my way through, but I must return home.
Just then, Hyena jumped right into Tortoise's path.
Well. If it isn't Tortoise, where are you off to in such a hurry? If you must know, I'm on my way home. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Tortoise attempted to go around Hyena, but Hyena snatched him up in his mouth. Hyena was very fast.
I thought it would be funny to play a trick on Tortoise. He tied a line to Tortoise's leg and dangled him from the tree limb. He really was a bull.
You look so funny suspended from that tree. When the breeze blows, you swing back and forth. Hyena, please help me down. I can feel the vine slipping and I'm afraid that I'll fall.
But Hyena didn't hear Tortoise because he was laughing too loudly. He ran off and left poor Tortoise hanging from the tree limb.
Just then, Leopard came along the path.
Why, Tortoise? Whatever are you doing?
Please, Leopard, help me down. I can feel the vine slipping and I'm afraid that I'll fall.
Of course I'll help you, Tortoise. Hold on.
Leopard climbed the tree and united the vine from around Tortoise's leg. Carefully, Tortoise climbed onto Leopard's back, and the two made it safely down from the tree.
Thank you, Leopard. You saved my life. Now I would like to do something special for you.
Tortoise made a silvery yellow paint from flower petals. He colored Leopard from head to toe, and then he added spots.
Now you are beautiful. When the other animals see you, they will know you have done a good deed.
Leopard went on his way. Soon he ran into Zebra.
Man, what a beautiful coat. Where did you get it?
My friend Tortoise gave it to me. If you ask him nicely, perhaps he will give you a fine new coat as well.
So Zebra went to Tortoise and asked him for a new coat.
Of course I will make a pretty coat for you, but I will have to create some new colors.
Tortoise painted Zebra with beautiful black and white stripes. Then he polished Zebra's hooves until they shined.
Zebra thanked Tortoise and he went on his way. Soon he ran into Giraffe.
My goodness, Zebra, where did you get that lovely coat?
My friend Tortoise gave it to me. If you ask him nicely, perhaps he will give you a fine new coat as well.
So Giraffe went to Tortoise and he asked him for a new coat.
Tortoise mixed an exquisite cream color for Giraffe and he topped it off with reddish spots.
Thank you, Tortoise. My new coat is magnificent indeed.
Giraffe went on his way. Soon he ran into Hyena.
Well, look at Giraffe in his fancy new coat. Tell me, where did you get it?
My friend Tortoise gave it to me. Perhaps if you ask him nicely, he will give you a fine new coat as well.
Hyena went to Tortoise, but he had no intention of asking him nicely for anything.
I have seen the beautiful coats you have made for different animals. You had better make one for me too, or I'll eat you. Hyena, I will have to give you a haircut before I color your coat.
Tortoise picked up a knife. He held Hyena steady with one hand while he cut Hyena's fur with the other. But Tortoise did not cut neatly. He cut Hyena's hair so that it would look long and shaggy in some areas and short and stubby in others. He brushed Hyena's hair so that it stood up in some places and laid flat in others.
Then Tortoise mixed all the colors together before smearing them on Hyena's coat. He then stood back and looked at Hyena.
Well, is my coat beautiful?
Tortoise saw that Hyena's coat was all blotchy. He was a mix of colors, white, gray, and brown. His fur was uneven and ugly.
Your new coat suits you, Hyena.
To this day, hyenas have messy fur. That way, everyone who sees them will know they are mean and unpleasant animals.
Thank you, grandfather. That was a wonderful story.
Yes, thank you, grandfather. Now we can go to sleep.
Off to bed, children, and have pleasant dreams of tortoise, leopard, zebra, and giraffe.
Give him a big hand, everybody. That was so good. Take a bow.
Good job!
Bravo.
Bravo!
Such good expression, you guys. And Lila, that was really good doing tortoise and hyena. You changed your voice. So I was really impressed. I was so entertained by that. Nicely done. Okay. Space wrecked. So we've got Josh and Paxton are switching off as pilot. Elena is Vera. Lucas is Zach. The narrator is Lyric. Henrik is Jamil. Max Fox is Care. Isabella is Ona. Ellie is Rita. And Robert is Sachi. So this is a group of tourists on their way home have a surprising end to their vacation. Sit back and enjoy. Okay, ready? You may begin, Miss Lyric.
Our story takes place sometime in the future. Someplace in the universe, a group of tourists are on their way back to their home planet from vacation station. Delta, their space run about the Milky Milky Way Ivy
It's actually 4. The Milky
has
Way 4.
trouble. Quinn the pilot the Milky Way 4 has trouble. Quinn the pilot makes an emergency landing on a small unidentified planet. How will the group live? What will they do? Let's listen as they discuss their situation.
Thank the stars we are all okay. There seems to be an
Atmosphere?
to be an atmosphere like ours, so at least we're able to breathe.
We may be here for a long time. The engines failed, and I don't know if I can fix them. The communication systems is down. I can't even send out a distress call.
Then we better choose a leader, establish some rules, and get organized.
Good idea.
Elena? We can't hear you.
I think that anyone who wants to be leader should tell us why. Then we will vote. The person with the most votes will be leader. The person with the second highest number of votes will be the assistant leader.
Lyric?
The group did what they suggested. They elected Anna as their leader and Kara as the assistant leader.
Thanks for your confidence and support. The main rules right now are we stay together and do what's best for the group. We agree. We agree.
Let's figure out what we need to do to survive and how each of us can help.
This robonaut is too small for us to live in. There's a small survival kit with enough food for 2 days, some blankets, and a few tools.
Lucas? Where did Lucas go? All right, I'll be Lucas. We may each have something useful in our luggage.
Luckily, we landed near a river. I am a chemist. I did some work at vacation station, so I have equipment with me. I'll make sure the water quality is good. I can figure out which plants are safe to eat too.
I'm a nutritionist.
Nutritionist.
I'll work with the milk. I'm a nutritionist. I can't say it. So I'll work with the milk.
I'm an engineer. I'll work out a way to bring fresh water into our camp and get rid of our waste products safely.
I'm an architect. I'll design a shelter for us and then we can build it together. Vera and I can help each other.
Super!
Oopsie. Ellie?
I'm a primate. Luckily, you don't need my services right now, so you can put me to work helping someone else.
Paramedic. Max Fox?
I'm a computer programmed. I'll see if I can help Quinn fix the engines and communication system.
Great. I'm glad to have you help.
This group has a lot of valuable skills, and we need all of them. However, our first priorities are food and communication. We'll test the water.
Ellie?
We'll collect plant samples for them to test.
We'll work on
the communication systems.
I'll look through the Robonaut and see what we can use. I'm an artist. I can use my creativity.
This place looks safe, Ona, but I think we should have someone on guard all the time anyway. If you don't mind, I'll take the first shift.
Good idea. Go ahead. I'll make a schedule for us all.
Lyric?
The group gets back together a few hours later.
Uh-oh, hold on.
There you go.
The water is pure. We found several safe plants and berries.
Robert?
I collected some large, thick leaves to use for plates. Once I cut these melons in half and scoop out the pulp, we'll have bowls to do dinner with. We'll be ready in no time.
most of the computers and communication circuits are damaged, but I think they can be repaired. We can use the connectors from other parts of the system.
We have no idea how much time this will take. Be prepared for a long stay here.
Okay, keep working, everyone. Zach, it's time for your skills. What are your ideas for our temporary?
This is a flat area. There aren't any caves to use for shelter. We don't have the tools to cut down any of the large trees in the woods. Our best bet is to make bricks from mud and leaves, then use them to build a few small huts.
How long will this take?
It may take a week to dry the bricks. In the meantime, we can make a tent with the blankets in the runabout.
I'll help you do that now. Then tomorrow I can get to work on all
Plumbing projects?
plumbing projects.
Lyric?
The group members worked hard for the next few months. One morning they were talking at breakfast.
Look at this. It's a regular village. We have brick huts, running water, and a working kitchen with delicious natural meals.
Rita keeps us all healthy.
I never thought we could do it all. Anna keeps us on track, and we all do our share.
And since Shachi figured out how to make strings from the plant fibers, we even have music.
It's not quite as good as my
Guitar?
guitar, but it's not quite as good as my guitar, but I'll do for now. But it'll do.
We're making progress on the communication system too.
Lyric?
Suddenly, they hear a beeping noise from the runabout. Care rushes in and comes out a few minutes. Everyone, I just made connection with the vacation system. Delight. They're sending a rescue ship today. It should be here within a week.
I'm glad to be rescued, but I'm also sad that our adventure's ending.
I know what you mean. We have become a community that works well together. I don't want to see that end.
I'm so pleased with a little village we built here. It will be a shame to leave it.
It appears that we all feel the same way. I have an idea.
What do you think this creative group will decide to do?
Bravo! Give them a big hand. Everybody take a bow.
Great job!
I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. This is our last but not least. Space Camp is a blast. Ben is the narrator. August, you're Carlos. Haley Booker is Carla. Noah is Mr. Astro. Nixon is Tran. Marin is Katie. Haley Calendar is Miss Star. All right, here we go. And this is Space Camp is a blast. Go ahead, Ben. Did Ben leave? I get to be narrator, looks like. Okay, here we go. These children are spending 5 days at Space Camp, working as a team. On the first 2 days, they did science experiments and launched model rockets. We join them on their 3rd day of camp as they start astronaut training. Noah?
Mr. Astro.
You went to the bathroom? Oh, I get to be his too till he comes back. Okay. Bad timing. These simulators will let you experience the same things that astronauts experience in their training. Nixon, you ready, bud?
I did.
Can we use the multi-axis trainer? I want to spin around and around.
Noah back yet?
About the third chainsaw. There's one more after that, right?
Noah, it's your turn, buddy. You're on yes, we can do that right now.
I just killed Kitty Toe.
I was accidentally unmuted.
Oh, I thought someone said you went to the bathroom. Okay, go ahead.
Let's see here.
Yes.
Yes, we can do that right now. Yes, we can do that right now. Right now. Tran, you can go first, and I'll attach the harness and put the straps on your hands and feet.
Wow, I'm spinning in all different directions. It starts out fast, so fast, and then it slows down. So this is what it feels like when the spacecraft comes back to Earth.
The campers take turns using the MAT. Next, they try the 5 degrees of freedom chair, or 5DF.
The 5DF looks like a chair at the end of a long pole. The chair moves 5 different directions. It trains you to do an EVA. Does anyone remember what that is?
That's an extravehicular activity or spacewalk.
Oh, have a seat, Carlos. I'll put the harness and helmet on you, and then I'll go operate the controls.
August?
If we were astronauts in space, this wait.
Okay, I think this chair floats on air.
No, I can't see the my part. I can't see.
It's right here. It says after Mr.
Oh, I was looking at the other one.
Okay.
This chair floats on air. I'm going backward. Oh, now forward. Now the chair is moving me from side to side. Yikes, it's rolling me around. It's going down. And now straight up. You guys have to try this.
The campers all try the 5DF. Then they use the Manned Maneuvering Unit, or MMU.
If we were astronauts in space, this MMU would be like a big jetpack on our spaces instead of this chair-like thing, right?
Yes, that's right. Since we have gravity on Earth, we need to use this matronic to innate the feeling of weightlessness in space. Who remembers why astronauts need to use the MMU?
It lets them move outside the shuttle or space station to do an EVA. That's an extravehicular activity or a spacewalk. Hey, look at Marwa.
Oh, I like this feeling. It's slow, but I can move in every direction. I imagine being out in the space station helping on to add on another section. This is great.
Line up for your turn, kids. We'll try an underwater
escape. August?
Auguste.
You're muted, August. You're supposed to read the top. You're Carlos.
I read about this. It's called the Dunker. It looks like the crew capsule section of a shuttle. We will sit inside it and we will be lowered into water.
So we'll practice getting out of the escape hatch underwater, just like the astronauts might have to do if their spacecrafts went in the water. Mr. Astro and I can use sign language underwater.
Knowing sign language will be a real advantage for us, Train.
No, Baden. No, you just started.
Miss Star? Haley?
Marla, you'll be attached to me with this cord. Just tug on it if you need anything.
I like that idea.
Lucas?
Miss Aubin, it's your turn. You missed the
Lucas
part.
came back, so I was hoping he would do it.
No, it's actually Ben. It was actually supposed to be Ben.
Oh, that's right. Why did I think Lucas? Thank you. The campers each practice escaping from the dunker. Everyone makes it out without any trouble. Then they spend some more time in the water, learning how to steer and paddle a life raft. They spend the rest of the day watching videos about living and working in space. Now it's the next day at Mission Control Center.
This is where the space shuttle flight is directed. From here, you can watch the launch and flight and talk to the shuttle crew.
Marla.
How can I work the controls in the computers?
Feel this, Marla. All of the controls and the computer keyboard have Braille on them.
And the computers will speak to you. You can talk to them to give them commands. The computer screen is also set up to large print, and the manuals are all printed in large type.
Now each of you can take a seat in front of the control unit. Train, you can use email to talk to the others. There are also cameras set up all around the room. If you sign in to the camera, you will be shown on the moderators.
Thanks, Mr. Astro.
I got rid of your dresser. Come here. We have tons of
Marin?
Then I'm going to bed now. So
This is so cool.
Oh, this is so cool. I feel like I'm looking at a real shuttle launch.
August?
Augustine Weber.
I'm here.
Your turn.
You're Carlos. I'm glad we can spend the whole day here.
Oh. I'm glad we can spend the whole day here. I want to learn how the spacecraft is operated.
Later after dinner.
Tomorrow we'll put together everything you learned all week. You will take turns in the shuttle and the mission control. We will eliminate a real launch.
Then I'm going to bed now, so I'll be ready in the morning.
You know what? That's just what astronauts do the night before a launch. They know how important it is to be well reset.
Rested. Well rested. All right, Tran.
Well, I sure want to have the complete astronaut experience. I'm going to bed.
Yeah. August, ready? 3, 2,
1. Me too. Good night.
All right. Good job, guys. Woo! let you guys go ahead with vows. I'm really proud of you. You worked hard. We'll see you next week, and I'm gonna let you go around. Do 100 jacks. I'll see you in 5 minutes for math. Good job.